What's up, Rio7 channel? The January transfer window is just around the corner, and I'm telling you right now, this is not a drill. Every big club in Europe is on the phone, checking their bank accounts, and trying to pull off that one signing that could completely change their season. Forget quiet, long-term planning. This is all about urgent needs, golden opportunities, and cold, hard cash. So who's buying, who's selling, and which one Premier League star is about to kick off a bidding war that could define the entire window? Let's break it all down. Let's start at the top with the title contenders, Arsenal and Manchester City. These clubs aren't desperate, they're dangerous. They're the ones at the auction with the deepest pockets, looking for that one final masterpiece to complete their collection. Mikel Arteta has built what might be the deepest squad in England. His main job this month might actually be convincing stars like Gabriel Jesus that staying put is the best thing for a title charge, especially as rumors swirl about the Brazilian wanting more minutes in a World Cup year. He needs to keep that squad harmony intact. Over at the Etihad, Pep Guardiola operates in a totally different financial universe. With no profit and sustainability fears, if he wants someone, he goes and gets them. And the target on everyone's lips, Bournemouth's goal machine Antoine Semenyo. That £65 million release clause is honestly seen as a bargain for a player of his quality. But if he arrives, someone has to make room. All eyes are on talents like Oscar Bob for a potential loan move, while the club continues its seemingly eternal mission to find a new home for Calvin Phillips. Now, for other clubs, January isn't a luxury, it's the emergency room. Let's talk about Liverpool's double injury blow. Arne Slot's plans have been absolutely wrecked. First, the collapse of the Mark Guéhi deal on deadline day left them really light at centre-back. Now, a broken leg for star striker Alexander Isak has created a massive void up front. The reliable Fabrizio Romano is reporting that the Reds are actively calling around Europe for solutions. We could seriously see not one, but two new signings at Anfield this month. They're also right in that fierce race for Antoine Semenyo, and some reports suggest they might even be his preferred destination. Down in London, it's a case of calculated chaos at Chelsea. The so-called bomb squad needs to be dismantled. Players like Raheem Sterling and Axel Disasi, who are training away from the first team, are desperate for an exit to revive their careers. Manager Enzo Maresca knows he needs a new keeper, a centre-back, and a striker to truly compete at the top. But the club's main focus right now seems to be on balancing the books and planning for a big summer splash instead. It's a classic Chelsea balancing act. Let's head up to Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has identified his needs, a midfielder and a wing-back. But his top targets, like Newcastle's Elliot Anderson, just aren't available until the summer. So United are likely to go all in on that big market opportunity. You guessed it, Antoine Semenyo again. They have the budget to trigger his clause, turning what was a want into a must-have. Meanwhile, you've got to think about the young talents already at the club. Players like Kobbie Mainoo and Joshua Zirkzee are starving for more consistent minutes and could start pushing for moves if they see another big name coming in ahead of them. Then there's Aston Villa's financial handcuff. And this is the stark reality for a lot of clubs. Unai Emery desperately needs another striker to support Ollie Watkins, but the club's finances are tied in knots. With a wages-to-revenue ratio hitting a staggering 96%, they can only look at loan deals. Their big move so far was securing Morgan Rogers to a new long-term contract, which is great for the future. But in terms of incomings, it's a tough situation. The loan for Liverpool's Harvey Elliott is also set to be cut short after he was apparently frozen out by Emery, which just adds another layer to their squad issues. This brings us to the man of the hour, the player who could change everything, Antoine Semenyo. The Bournemouth winger isn't just a player. He's a £65 million domino. If he falls, he will set off a chain reaction right across the league. He is the most wanted man in this window, with Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Tottenham all reportedly interested. Whichever club gets him might have to offload one of their own attackers to balance the squad, which would suddenly send another high-quality player onto the market. And what about Bournemouth? Flush with all that cash, they would instantly become a major beer themselves, shaking up the entire mid-table market. This one deal, this one player, could keep the entire Premier League transfer machine running for the whole month. Alright, so as we head into the madness of January, let's have a final whistle cheat sheet. Here's what you need to remember. The big spender, Manchester City. They have the means and the motive to sign pretty much anyone they want. The most desperate, Liverpool, to critical injuries mean they have to be active. Watch for them to bring in a defender and a forward, the domino piece, and one Semenyo. Where he goes will send shockwaves everywhere else. The fire sale, Chelsea, moving on from Sterling and Disasi, is absolutely crucial for their rebuild. And the Lone Rangers, Aston Villa, don't expect any big transfer fees from them. They are shopping exclusively in the loan aisle. The window opens in just a few days. The phones are ringing off the hook. The agents are scheming. This is where seasons are made and seasons are broken. And I want to hear from you. Go down to the comments and drop your boldest January prediction. Who makes the biggest signing? Which club is going to have the worst window? Let me know what you think, and make sure you're subscribed with all notifications on, because we are going to be breaking down every single major deal right here on the Re07 channel. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.